Hi, my name is Nora Mendez. I am a mail handler for Mid-Hudson PNDC in Newburgh, New York, one of the mail processing facilities that is slated to close.
What they're doing across the country is they're closing postal mail facilities, and one of them here in our valley is Mid-Hudson.
I'm not going to talk about the fact that this should be a jewel in your system, the fact that it has a $1 a year lease, the fact that it sits in Stewart Airport, the fact that it's on the crossroads of the Northeast on 2 major highways.
We have approximately 210 offices that we deliver to. We also have about 9 larger facilities that we also deliver to.
It's very obvious to anybody that's immediately involved the lunacy of sending local mail 100 miles this way or 100 miles that way when you've got the facilities and the equipment and the people right here.
All they're doing is shifting the cost for the employees from our plant to another plant, plus they're adding the cost of transporting the mail. It's going to cost more money.
The fact that they would take our mail from the plant, ship it off to Albany, let them work it, bring it back to the plant, and then at the plant the trucks would arrive to be able to deliver the mail. It's just a delay of mail service.
The Postal Service, you're bucking a trend here. Things are trying to get more local, and we're talking about getting people to commute an hour and a half in their cars. For me, it's going to be over 3 hours round trip, and then having these trucks go distances.
Gas is very expensive today, but you're also talking about all of that pollutant. Hudson Valley is the most beautiful valley that you could imagine with the river and everything, and who wants to put that extra burden on travel?
I'm here tonight as a taxpayer, small business owner, and a person who spends thousands of dollars at the post office.
Aside from being mayor, I'm also up here as a son. And my father worked really hard for a long time. We didn't have a lot growing up, and he is a postal worker.
I address you as a fellow marketer. I have bulk mailings that have to go out. And if I have to go to Albany, I'm going to pass those costs down to my small businesses, my clients, and ultimately it's going to affect the economic development in this county.
To move away from Newburgh, away from Orange County, which is growing, towards Albany, which is shrinking, is totally contrary to common sense.
We're talking about 800 or so businesses that depend on our plant to stay open.
We live in an age where people communicate very quickly. In order to counterbalance that, you don't change the standard of service to 3 days.
All of those people that we deliver to and that we process their mail, that they will get it overnight first class. What they're trying to do, which Postmaster General wants to do, is relax the standards. What does relax mean? Well, now you're talking about 2 days, 3 days, 4 days that you don't get your first class mail. Things that we're really concerned with are the elderly, the poor, those that are dependent on their medicines. They're out there and they're depending on that mail to be delivered by their carrier. They won't be able to utilize us anymore. They'll be forced to go to UPS or FedEx. FedEx and UPS both cost about $10, $15, $20 more than what the Postal Service fees are.
Back in 2006, the White House and Congress passed an act, and in that act there was a provision that mandated the Postal Service to pre-fund future retiree health care benefits, a 75-year mandated obligation to be paid back over a 10-year period.
Both our retirement pensions are overfunded by between $50 and $87 billion. The future retirees health benefit has another $42 billion. This is for people who aren't born yet. They're not going to be born till 2057, and they won't retire till next century.
We don't need a bailout. We have money that we have put away and actually overpaid. And we put this money away, it's there, it's supposed to be there, and now that we need it, they won't give it back to us.
This job represents for me, I was able to provide my children a home, a stable family environment. I have a daughter now in college. My 2 boys are in high school. If I lose this job, with the economy the way it is, how can I support my children?
We all need our jobs here in this county. I'm having trouble putting food on my table right now. To shut that plant down, it doesn't affect 200 people, 2 families, it's 800 people, 1,000 people. Everybody has to get involved here, because we all gotta eat.
I've been employed by the Postal Service for 32 years. My significant other is also employed there. I have a son who is employed there. He's depending on this job. So my concern is for the people who are younger in the Postal Service.
Everybody is just glued to the newspapers, to the emails, to TV, C-SPAN, you know, just hoping and praying that they're not going to close our facility. The issue of being able to get mail and know that it's secure, it's an oath that we all take. It's a very important part of having a protection of your mail service. You do not want all these different businesses getting inside of your mailbox.
I don't trust the computers to do my bills. I trust the United States Post Office to do my bills. I rely on the mail because who knows what can happen. All type of people breaking into the system, they can find out about your accounts, and who knows what else can happen.
And it's supposed to be equitable service, and you're supposed to have the same access as everybody else, no matter how much money you have. So that's really an important thing to have as part of our Constitution, and we feel that we've got to protect it, and we need everybody out there to help protect it.
And basically what the American public needs to look at is if they were allowed to tear down a trusted institution that's been around for hundreds of years like the Postal Service, what can't they tear apart?
We need these core institutions in times of economic distress. This is not the time when these core institutions should be leaving our communities. It's the time when these core institutions should be redoubling their commitment to our communities.
Anything we could do as a town to make it more appealing for you to stay, we're open to talk and do that. Trust me when I tell you that.
I know a lot of the postal workers there, that we don't want to lose them. They're great people, they're great neighbors, they're lovable. Please don't move away.
We had over 20 different people there representing Orange County, representing the airport, mayors from smaller towns in our area. This is about saving the Postal Service. Once you bust up the service, pretty soon then it's privatized. Pretty soon it's then not affordable anymore.
So I'm here to alert the people, the American public, that to call their Congress people, both their senators and their House of Representatives, and tell them to support H.R. 1351.
Write your congressmen, write your senators, tell them to support our bills, and please continue to support your Postal Service. Thank you so much.
The most important thing is just to write to your senators, write to your congressional people. It doesn't take that much time, you know, maybe 5 minutes at the most, and put it in an envelope and get it off to the post office. Your carrier will even take it from your, mailbox. You just have to put the flag up and let them know. We have a website, apwu.org, and you can go on that website and hit the legislative department. You can actually type a letter just like that within like a minute or so. We're never going to get there if they don't see that there's enough people that are backing us and backing the Postal Service.